Lax Kw'alaams, usually called Port Simpson, is an Indigenous village community in British Columbia, Canada, not far from the city of Prince Rupert. It is located on Port Simpson Indian Reserve No. 1, which is shared with other residential communities of the Tsimshian Nation. The 9 allied tribes are Giluts'aaw, Ginadoiks, Ginaxangiik, Gispaxlo'ots, Gitando, Gitlaan, Gitziis, Gitwilgyoots, and Gitzaxłaał. Lax Kw'alaams derives from Lax Kw'alaams, also formerly spelled Lax Kw'alaams, which means place of the wild roses. Quote, "It is an ancient camping spot of the Gispaxlo'ots tribe. In 1834 the Hudson's Bay Company set up a trading post there called Fort Simpson, then Port Simpson. The facility was named after Captain Emilius Simpson, superintendent of the Gits'iis Marine Department, who in 1830 had established the first, short-lived, Fort Simpson, on the nearby Nass River with Peterskin Ogden. The Gits'iis set up Fort Simpson in order to undermine American dominance of the maritime fur trade along the Pacific coast. The first Gits'iis factor at the new Fort Simpson was Dr. John Frederick Kennedy. He married the daughter of Chief Gitzaxłaał of the Gispaxlo'ots as part of the diplomacy which established the fort on Gispaxlo'ots territory. Kennedy served at Fort Simpson until 1856. In 1857, an Anglican lay missionary named William Duncan brought Christianity to Lax Kw'alaams, but, feeling that the dissipated fort atmosphere was bad from the souls of his Tsimshian followers, he relocated with more than 800 of his flock to Metlakatla at Metlakatla Pass just to the south. They later moved to Annette Island, Alaska, where he gained authority from the U.S. Congress for an Indian reservation. Lax Kw'alaams was without missionaries until 1874, when Rev. Thomas Crosby of the Methodist Church arrived. The community is still predominantly Methodist. Crosby's wife, Emma Crosby, founded the Methodist-affiliated Crosby Girls' Home in the community in the 1880s. It became part of B.C.'s Indian residential school system in 1893 and operated until 1948. In 1931 the Native Brotherhood of British Columbia was founded in Port Simpson as the province's first native-run rights organization. Its 4 founders included the Tsimshian ethnologist William Beynon and hereditary chief William Jeffrey. Duncan estimated the population of Lax Kw'alaams in 1857 as 2,300, living in 140 houses. Approximately 500 died in a smallpox epidemic shortly after Duncan's departure. Today Lax Kw'alaams is the largest of the 7 Tsimshian village communities in Canada. Its population in 1983 was 882. As of 2009, the Lax Kw'alaams First Nation has 3,219 members. There are about 10,000 Tsimshian in British Columbia. They are the most numerous Indigenous people in the province. The legal and political interests of the people of Lax Kw'alaams vis-a-vis the provincial and federal governments are represented by the Allied Tsimshian Tribes Association, which represents the hereditary chiefs of the 9 tribes. The Tsimshian have a matrilineal kinship system, with property and descent passed through the maternal lines. Hereditary chiefs come from the maternal lines. Notable Lax Kw'alaams people: Frederick Alexie, artist; William Beynon, hereditary chief and ethnologist; Alfred Dorwood, hereditary chief; Bill Heelan, artist; Chief William Jeffrey, hereditary chief, carver and activist; Adil Morrison, linguist and artifact collector; Rev. William Henry Pierce, missionary and memoirist; Terry Starr, artist; Henry W. Tate, oral historian; Arthur Wellington Clark, hereditary chief and diarist; Calvin Heelan, author and lawyer. Bibliography: Bolt, Clarence Thomas Crosby and the Tsimshian, Small Shoes for Feet Too Large, Vancouver, UBC Press. Garfield, Viola, Tsimshian Clan and Society, University of Washington Publications in Anthropology, Volume 7, Number 3, pp. 167–340. Hare, Jan, and Jean Barman. Good Intentions Gone Awry. Emma Crosby and the Methodist Mission on the Northwest Coast. Afterword by Caroline Du Dorwood. Vancouver, UBC Press. Ingalls, Gordon B. A. al. Tsimshians of British Columbia since 1900. In Handbook of North American Indians, Volume 7, Northwest Coast, pp. 285–293. Washington, Smithsonian Institution. Large Argedis the Skeena, River of Destiny. Sydney, B. C. Gray's Publishing. May Helen A. Pour of Rain, Stories from a West Coast Fort. Vancouver, Raincoast Books. Nayland, Susan. The Heavens Are Changing, 19th-Century Protestant Missions and Tsimshian Christianity. Montreal, McGill Queen's University Press. Calvin Heelan, Tsimshian Lax Kw'alaams, Dancing with Dependency, Out of Poverty Through Self-Reliance.